Hey guys, thanks for having me here. Crazy to go after these amazing demos. My name is Namya. I'm one of the fellows from the inaugural, I think, batch of social impact fellows at SPC. And real pleasure to be here. I don't think I can show a demo, sort of definitely not as cool as this one, but I'll sort of talk through my demo if that's okay. And I'll start a little bit also by introducing the problem. So we're Rocket Learning. We're revolutionizing early childhood education in India. This is me at sort of unnamed age, SPC fellow, social entrepreneur. This is me at age 5, winning the birth lottery. I think like many of us on the call, my parents were my first teachers, right? They filled our home with books, educational toys. Even when they were tired, they would spend time reading to me, talking to me, singing songs. Etc. This is one of the kids we serve. Her name is Kavya. She's 5 years old. She lives in a large urban slum in India. So like 70% of India's low-income children her age, she goes to a government-run daycare center where she's fed and she's vaccinated, but she learns nothing because there's no educational component there. Her parents are both migrant workers. They actually care a lot about her education. They'll probably put her in private school someday, but they don't know that they should start now, and they don't know how to start. So, if you don't intervene now, Kavya may be, when she's 8 years old, she may be one of 40 million second graders in India who can't recognize a single letter or a single number. This has gotten sort of much worse over COVID when, schools were closed, kids weren't going to school. So that's where Rocket Learning comes in. Internet and phone penetration in India is hitting the roof. 75% of low-income parents now have at least one smartphone in their house. And literally every one of those smartphones has WhatsApp. So we're using WhatsApp as our front-end platform to deliver delightful educational content. We have a research-backed pedagogy that focuses on basic cognitive, language and numeracy skills. So cognitive, think of seriation or working memory. Language, think of sort of being able to read with comprehension, understand something, talk, listen. Numeracy, sort of understanding numbers, being able to count and so on. And then we send all of this through short bite-sized videos, and we couple that video content with behavioral nudges. So here's actually the demo part. Here's how it works. Every day we send out a really short video to parents on WhatsApp. So for instance, find 3 circular objects in your home. This is something that any parent at any educational level can do. And at the end of the video, we send parents a call to action. We ask them to share back a photo or a video of their child doing this activity. So we have really simple front end, but a really sophisticated back end. So our back end can track all these responses, and we can send personalized automated nudges. So this report card, for instance, with the smiley faces, this goes out to every group every Monday. This helps parents keep track of their child's progress. And it really also, because the whole community is there, it brings them together for education. So over time, our parents keep getting these report cards, badges, medals, visual report cards of their kids, and they start building a habit. So they become their child's first and most important teachers. We've seen that 4 months or half a year in the Rocket Learning program brings kids to the top 30% of their classrooms, which is really exciting for us. These kids are really getting ready for school. So the way we scale is that we partner with the government education department. So talk about customer acquisition cost, right? We ask the government education departments to add our WhatsApp bot, to all the parent-teacher WhatsApp group chats in that district or that state. So we can cover close to 90% of parents with smartphones because teachers have their phone numbers. And the teachers go beyond that, right? They moderate, they make sure there's no spam, they correct responses and so on. So we worked with over 200,000 kids in our first year. Last year, we actually, today we serve about 1 million kids actually. So we're already at this 2022 number, and over the next year, we're looking at 3 to 5 million kids that we're serving, and improving learning outcomes and helping them come to school already prepared. So co-founders and I, we're 5 of us. Vishal over here is actually in charge of building out our beautiful tech platform that helps this content go out, that helps us track responses. But really what I want sort of help from the community is that this year, what we're trying to do is a bunch of really ambitious things in technology, things that I think no nonprofit in India has done before. So we're trying to do personalized learning. So can we help the teacher grade worksheets for every child, right? Which is a really interesting machine learning problem. Can we send these personalized nudges? So right now we're building and testing, sort of A/B testing all of these personalized nudges, but at some point, can we have an AI system that nudges parents when they're about to drop off or reminds them at certain times? We're also trying to build this platform as a service that can go out to government. So that's really our scale strategy, right? At some point, the government has to transition to become sort of the doer of this program and not just the payer. So big plans this year. And, we unfortunately can't offer any equity, or we can, but it will be worth nothing. So if you know anyone, or if you are somebody who's looking to maybe spend a year, we've actually had the opportunity to connect with some amazing AI experts and ML experts through SPC, but we really need somebody to go into the weeds and help us build this. So if you are someone or you know someone, please send them our way. Come spend a year in Bangalore with us. And I will stop.
Thank you so much, Namya. And many people in the chat are chiming in to say what an amazing product this looks like and what a wonderful impact you guys are having. So thank you for your work there. We have a question from Tamina, who's asking if you can say a little bit more about the back end and how you're currently analyzing parents' inputs.
Yeah, so actually our backend helps us sort of track who is participating. So we can send these report cards, for instance, based on engagement, right? So the report card has a smiley for every day that you participated and not for days that you didn't. Our guess is that sort of the parent is already, even if they're not, very comfortable with education, our content is easy enough. It's like finding circular objects or red objects or hopping in a straight line or something, which is things that parents can moderate to some extent. And the teacher is also on the groups, right? So in the combination of those, they can kind of manage it. But there are now sort of worksheets, and especially for literacy and numeracy, there are more worksheets now. So getting that sort of, through machine learning actually graded would be sort of a massive, I think, boost to the system.
Cool. And one more question from Brady is WhatsApp always going to be the interface of choice, or do you eventually see yourself moving to a lightweight website or app?
Great question. It's something that we struggle with. I mean, WhatsApp is wonderful in that it's already on people's phones. When we do user testing, we see that generally parents have 3 apps on their phone. They have WhatsApp, YouTube, and Facebook, right? So getting somebody past the hurdle of actually downloading a new app that they don't use every day is just very high. We've seen too many nonprofits try to build products that just didn't get downloaded at all. The Indian government's, one of our favorite stats is the Indian government had a COVID app that was mandated to be downloaded. It had about 20 million downloads. 200 million, WhatsApp has 500 million downloads. So there's just no, we're not going to be the government's COVID app. So maybe at some point, and for super users for sure, but for the, for the vast majority of our parents, WhatsApp might be the best option. Maybe something like a Telegram or a Facebook in addition might be interesting.
Well, thanks so much, Namya. There are a few other questions for you, but I think we have to move on to the next presenter. But folks are offering help in the chat, and many people are expressing their admiration of the product you've built. So thanks so much for your time.